Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, and it is our BrickWall Horror Month. This is one of the last reviews we'll be doing for this year's BrickWall Horror, and I'm excited to talk about this movie because this is a movie I've been wanting to talk about since I saw it, since it was released. It was one of the greatest movies. It was one of the best movies I've seen this year, right? Be one of the best movies we saw this year.
Yep.
The movie I'm referring to is also one of the best horror movies of the year. Come on, the movie I'm talking about is Weapons. That's right, Weapons. Before I get into it any further, remind you guys, go ahead, hit that like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, where we got some good reviews going on over there. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, show us some love. And am I forgetting anything?
No.
No?
You said YouTube, the good stuff. Of course you're on YouTube because
Man,
but yeah.
always. But yeah, so let's get into it. So Weapons. This is I remember when this movie was first marketed, right? Let me start there. Nobody knew what this movie was really going to be about. We just knew that this was a movie about a bunch of kids who got up out their beds, went down their steps, walked out their front doors, and ran into the distance in the middle of the night at 2:17 a.m. All right. It was all these kids from one teacher's class at that, right? So this movie, it follows, I'm not going to say it follows just one character. It follows a couple of different characters as they try to figure out what happened to these kids. Where did they go? Where did they run off to? Why did they run? Like, it's so many different questions they have, and they're trying to seek the answers out. This movie stars Josh Brolin. See, I got my cast list in front of me today, y'all, so don't try to play me. It stars Josh Brolin, Julia Garner, Alden Enher. I can't say names. Some things never change. Aldrin Enrin. I'm sorry. He played Han Solo in Solo. I do know that. Austin Abrams, Carrie Christopher, Benedict Wong, and Amy Madigan. Yeah, so this movie came out early this year in August. It was one of the best August movies I've saw. One of the best, like I said, again, it's one of the best movies I've seen this year.
Still a good summertime horror situation.
Definitely a good summertime horror movie. So we already pretty much talked about the basics. B, you want to kind of kick us off? Tell us where we start, where we open up our film.
So first off, before we begin that, I just wanted you to preface this with I was actually hesitant about watching this only because of the children. I have an aversion to children in scary movies. So I am glad that I did go see this. But to start the movie off, I don't remember how it began.
It began with that information, the narration rather, which is one of the
Okay, right.
That's the narration, whereas there's a kid, and I don't think they ever identify who the kid is that does the narration, which is fine. Pretty much gives that information at 2:17 in the morning. These kids got up out there, all the kids in one classroom, they got up out their beds, went downstairs, walked out the front door, and went out into the distance. And I don't know. I don't really know what the time gap on this has been. I think it's been like a couple of, maybe like at least about like a week or so. Would you say? Maybe like a week and a half, maybe, because it hadn't been that long. I don't think.
What do you mean that the actual beginning of the movie started? It was like it started beforehand. Like they showed like a preview leading up to when they ran.
Yeah, no, I mean like in terms of how long the kids were gone. Like the kids were gone like what, like a couple of weeks?
I feel like they were gone for at least a month or more.
Really? You feel like it was that long?
I feel like it was that long because
you know what? You're right. It was a good amount of time. It was a good amount of time. I'm not 100% sure if they do reference how long it's been, but it has been a while since these kids have been gone. So
I feel like it was like 3 months at least.
Yeah, so let's say 3 months maximum that these kids were gone. And so you have the teacher who's played by Julie Garner, who also was in Fantastic Four this year. Not yet. Not yet, Bruno. Not yet. But yeah, so she is pretty much she is the most hated person in town right now because it was all the kids in her class except for one. And of course, all the parents, they're ruffled up, they're upset, they're angry. Like, what happened to our kids? What happened to the, they're trying to figure all that out. They're blaming her. She's getting all these different like threats and it's being like followed. And some people vandalize her car and stuff like that. And
Oh yeah, vandalized her car, showed up at her house, banging on the door.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
took
she's really
pictures of
going
her.
through it. And let's matter of fact, let's do it like this because we can actually go in order of the characters because the movie gives you the perspective of things from different characters.
Right.
And the teacher's name, who Julie Gardner plays, Justine. So the movie starts off from things going from Justine's perspective. And at first, for me at least, and I'll pass it over to you in a second, B. For me at first, it was very easy to sympathize with, or at least feel bad for Justine, just because of what she was going through. Like the kids in her classroom go missing. The town's trying to question her. She doesn't know anything, but they think that she does. But it's like only one kid didn't go. So like, what's the correlation? What's the connection? So it is very, just it is very sad at first, just for her and what she's going through. But this is where I pass off to you, B. Where do we go with that from Miss Gandy's point of view, because it doesn't all stay in one spot.
I wouldn't say it was sad. I mean, it would be more like maybe the everybody's coming at her like, what you, why me? Like, why are you coming at me? Like, I didn't go to 17 different houses and take 17 different kids. Like,
Right.
well, how is this me? How is this on my fault? So, I mean, I guess I can understand her perspective from there. She was kind of like being targeted and hated by the town, even though this everything wasn't her fault,
Right.
and she was just trying to hold on to her little bit of teaching symbolism uh in this whole thing. Even if she was teaching one kid, she still just wanted to be there because it wasn't on her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know. I guess I can sympathize with her, but I wouldn't say it was sad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I mean, there's, you do feel for her. Is basically what I was getting. You feel for her. You feel for her character, but then as things go on, you start to spend more time with Justine. You start to kind of see what kind of person she is. And I'm not gonna hold you. Justine kind of is a piece of shit. Like
Yeah,
she kind of like, I don't. If there's one person I got a ragdoll in this movie, it's definitely gotta be Justine because
you think
not
so?
yeah, for me personally, she's one of the people I got a ragdoll. Like she's one of the two people in this movie that I have to ragdoll like this because Justine, although she does care about these kids and she is a good teacher, and I have no doubt that she is a good person. They do call her out on this shit. She has main character syndrome. Essentially, is what they tell her. Like you think like you're the most important person. Like you think
Hmm.
everything revolves around you. You don't listen. When we
Oh
tell
well,
her,
she definitely didn't listen
she
because they
don't
they
listen.
warned her and told her like, back up on the kid. Like, why you
No,
keep
listen,
talking to
yeah,
him?
like she don't listen. That her boss clean told her, "Yo, listen, just leave this alone. Let it be handled the way it needs to be handled. Do not interfere." And she immediately interferes, and she crosses so many lines in this movie, which is why she ends up in the predicament that she ended up in. Um,
Right.
she's definitely some. Well, we'll touch on some of her other lesser qualities when we talk about some of the other characters in the movie. But yeah, Justine just is like she don't listen, and she was getting on
Right.
my nerves. Like at first, I was like, "Damn, that poor teacher." After all, I was like, "You know what? Her dumb ass is this damn
Like,
don't
nobody told
listen."
her to do that.
Yeah,
Like, just
nobody told her to do
go.
it. Yeah, because at one point she ended up following the damn kid.
Yes. Like, home. Not even like not even in the school. She followed that young man home,
Yeah,
confronted
all the
him,
way home, sitting outside his damn house. Like, oh, good lord!
walking
Like,
up to the house, going to the back door, trying to just be nosy all in the house.
Yeah, for real. And to the point where it's just like, her boss is sitting there telling her, like, listen, I'm gonna let this one slide, but you need to take your ass the fuck on. Like, you need to stop what you're
Right.
doing right now, or it's gonna get serious. Okay, like just stop it.
He's like,
Um,
take a vacation. Like, go sit home for a little while. Like, they
yeah,
didn't even suspend her without pay. They didn't tell her she wasn't getting paid.
yeah,
They
they
just
said,
told her she couldn't teach.
yeah, they said to take some time off, get out of the public. Matter of fact, even in the beginning of the movie, where they said, hey, listen, if you ain't got nowhere else to go, I suggest you go straight home. What her ass do?
Go to the
She,
liquor store.
she took her ass to the goddamn liquor store that was probably at least 15 minutes from her house. Bitch, take your ass home.
Went right to the liquor store. Right to the
Right to the.
LQ.
Don't get me wrong, I get it. After what she's going through and what she's experiencing and all that stuff, yeah, you
Oh
might need
yeah.
a drink too. And
After
then
that parent teacher conference, and all them parents was ready to take her up, take her down on that stage.
listen. She needed to drink. Hell, she might have needed some diet smoke. Which back in the day when we had that sponsorship going, I'd have went ahead and just done my little advertisement for her. But we ain't got that no more. But nah, she might have needed somebody to deliver some weed or something to her ass.
Something.
Something.
Mellow her out.
She ain't need to damn go to that. She ain't need to be nowhere in public at all. But that's what she did. Um, but yeah, it is through Justine though that um we do get a little bit of background on some of the things that are happening, and we get introduced to a couple of other characters as well. One
Mm-hmm.
of the other characters that we do get introduced to that I think is actually one of the more interesting characters is Archer, who's played by Justin Brolin. I was about to say Broylan for some reason. Justin Brolin, who
Mm-hmm.
oh, not Justin Brolin. That's why I say no, Josh Brolin. Fuck. Some things never change. Okay, welcome back. Josh Brolin, who plays Archer, and that's he has a kid that was in the class, a kid named Matthew, who was in the
Mm-hmm.
class, who was one of the kids who ran off, and his character is interesting to me because I just liked how you get like the perspective of a parent who's actually looking, who's actually trying to figure things out. That's one of the things I liked about it. What was your
You
point
know,
of view? Yeah, what was your feelings on Archer?
I'm gonna say now that I think about it, none of them other parents was out in the street like Archer was.
Okay.
Them other parents was just home. They were just home, sad, like drinking, like fucked up at home.
It was miserable. Like
Archer
they
was
just
out here,
sitting
or
there.
he was putting the pedal to the metal. He said, "Fuck these cops, detectives, whatever. I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm gonna get in my pickup truck and I'm gonna follow this lady and see what she got going on because I know she got my kid." But
Uh,
no,
and
um,
then
no, I liked his character. I liked that he was out there. He was trying to find his kid, and it kind of got him. It kind of got him mixed up in some of Justine's nonsense too, though.
yeah, I mean, and kind of doubling back on something you said too, because Archer was out there. He was trying to get security camera footage, ring bell camera footage rather, from the other parents, and trying to like
Right.
really like do the math on like where these kids ran. Like he had maps and like he was really trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? These other parents wasn't doing shit.
Hmm.
They wasn't doing shit. But yeah,
They were
go ahead.
sitting home sad. Like I'm sorry, as a parent, if my kid goes missing with 16 other kids, nah, where do they go? Like it's got to be some type of footage to find these kids.
Listen, Archer was in the police station pressing the police chief. Like, yo, why I ain't hear nothing about the dogs? Why I ain't hear nothing about canines? What's going on with this? Why don't, what y'all doing? What y'all doing in here? So it's very easy to kind of see where Archer was coming from and the things that he did. And one of the things, well, we'll touch on this part later, but there is one thing that kind of connects Archer and Miss Gandy together that
Hmm.
it's a pretty small thing that doesn't have to do with the overarching plot, but it is a small thing that connects those two together. We'll kind of touch on that a little later. But yeah, definitely. I liked Archer's character a good bit and his grief over losing the kid like that too, because that's one of the things I wasn't sure that this movie was gonna get into was the grief behind losing your kid just mysteriously one day. Like your kid just gets up and runs out of the house. Like for me, that was the hook of the movie for me because I was like, oh shit, I'm a parent. Like, what if my kids just got up, ran down the fucking steps, out the front door, and just into the fucking woods or some shit? Like, I would be devastated.
Oh yeah, you definitely go like directly into panic mode and try to just do whatever. But again, some parents sit and some parents do. And Archer was one of them parents that was gonna get it done.
Right, right, right. Absolutely. Yo, real quick question though, right? This kind of really don't got much to do with anything, but I'm curious, right? What about like the parents who are like co-parenting, right? And like it's like day with the kids, and then the kids just run. Like,
Yo,
yo,
that would
why
definitely
you
be like
how you didn't know they left? How you didn't know they left? It was 2:17 in the
like
morning. How
straight
you
to
didn't
court.
open the door?
Go to court.
Yo, listen, how many
Who's the kid
like
with?
how many fucked up interactions happen because of this damn thing? That's crazy. But yeah, so from Archer though, we all and again, like I said, the movie does give you perspectives on different characters. We're gonna give you, like I said, we're giving you the rundown. So next is Alden Ehrenreich's character. I can't say his name.
Oh, isn't it Eric Ekron? Never
Alden
mind.
see.
Never mind.
Anyway, Paul, who's a police officer,
Yo,
who he is
also co-mingling with Justine's crazy self.
yeah, so he's
But
more intertwined with Justine crazy ass than we expect, i.e., he's having some type of like loose affair with Justine ass. And I'm not gonna hold you, Justine, just based off of this movie, that she's the last person I want to deal with in that type of capacity because she seemed like the type of person that get you caught up in some shit. Because the way Paul wife
but see,
ran
that
up
wasn't
on
even his.
Justine in that damn store.
That wasn't even his wife. I think that was just like his girlfriend, fiance, whatever. But
No, they was married.
they wasn't married.
Yes, they
Were they
was.
married?
Yeah, they was married.
Oh,
That's his
oh,
wife. Because
okay.
remember, his dad, the police chief was his
Yeah,
father.
but was it his father? I don't know. Oh, okay, semantics. But um, he
Were they married?
knew.
Let us know in the comments.
Right. They they were involved previously, and she knew that he was somebody that she could call on, that she could do whatever with. And he's supposed to be all, oh, I'm not gonna drink tonight because you know how I get when I'm drinking. And two shots of
No.
tequila later.
Right. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, though. Paul is the point where this movie started kind of turning into a bit of a comedy because they do give you like a lot of the suspense, a lot of the terror, a lot of the fear, a lot of the mystery. But at a certain point, once you kind of get around towards Paul's story, that's where things kind of get a little silly. Because
Yes.
especially at the point where Paul has to chase down this junkie. He's chasing
Yes.
his ass down and gets his ass stabbed with needles and shit. And the funny
Not
thing
once.
twice
Why?
by a total of 4 different needles, yo. And then the funny thing about that is like, and somebody pointed this out online on Twitter. They said, what did they say? They say Paul was the nastiest person in the movie because he got stabbed by a needle and immediately went to go have sex with Justine ass. Not
Was that
knowing if
right
he
after?
had, I mean, it wasn't too
I
far
thought
off.
he went to go sleep with her. I mean, I thought they slept together. Then he went out on patrol, got stabbed with the needle because he thought the kid was stealing something.
No, he got stabbed with the needles, and then he had seen her later that day.
I
Mhm.
feel like that wasn't. I feel like that's not what happened.
That's what happened. I just watched the movie the other day. It's available on HBO Max now too. If you want to give it.
Maybe because of how the movie went along, not the timeline recollection is
But
different.
when they did Paul's part, they went like each character they go chronologically in their stories. So with Paul, Paul's whole thing that was he
Right,
encountered
because he
the
asked
junkie
him
2 separate times.
the
But
first time
one
he
of the time,
encountered the junkie.
first
And
time he encountered the junkie was the same day that he saw Justine. Then the
okay.
second
And
time
then
that he got stabbed up was the last time he ever got stabbed up by anything. Like, and we'll get
right.
into that in a second. But yeah, so Paul's story is really where it got silly, and you kind of see it. Paul's kind of a little bit of a loser on the low because, like, I'm not gonna say a loser, but he's not too much of a winner either. Not too much.
Well, yeah, you could definitely tell that he was more like being trampled on by the expectations of the father, or sergeant or whatever, and
Mhm.
his wife. You could definitely tell she ran that house. Like,
Yeah, yeah, and then what was it? At one point, even when he assaults that little junkie out there.
yeah.
Oh man, one that he was
The
just like
first time or the second time?
the first time when he punched the hell out of him for stabbing that damn needle.
He
Punched the
did.
hell out of his ass.
He
Um,
did. He's just like, oh man, I'm sorry. Like,
right, and then
I'm
trying to cover
sorry.
it up, said don't come near. Yeah, so I mean, Paul's part was a good bridge between the things that happened with Justine and Archer, and the things that happen moving forward in the rest of the film. The next person whose perspective we get is let me see, where's this guy's name? Because I'm trying to was James, who's
Wong.
played by Austin Abrams. No,
Um,
you're right. You're right.
the principal.
It was the principal. Actually, that's the next perspective we get. We get the principal Marcus, played by Benedict Wong, who was Wong in Doctor Strange, right? Like easy casting. Um, and the principal, man, he didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve
At
that shit.
all.
The
At all.
principal story is where you also get a bridge between. So you get two different bridges, right? Paul's bridge is the bridge between um, Justine and the things that happen towards the end of the movie. And why I just said the principal? Benedict Wong's character,
Marcus.
James, right? Marcus Marcus's story is the bridge between um Justine and some and one character that gets introduced, which is Gladys, right? And we'll talk a little bit more about Gladys in a few, but we got a lot of things to talk about in a few. It's just how the movie progresses. But um so Marcus, he's like I say, he's the principal. He's the one that's just trying to keep everything together, keep the community sane, keep the teachers sane, keep Justine safe, keep the students
And
safe, and just make sure and
so
just try to let the
calm.
thing go by as smoothly as it can. So it
And
just so
just a
happens
calm character, just trying to keep everything
he's
nice
just
and
everything together. And so he's just at home minding his own damn business, right? And because he had met Gladys earlier in that day, trying to get some information about the one kid that was left in the class. Oh man, I wish I remember these people's names. What is the name? Alex. Okay, I had the name right. So trying to remember, trying to make sure things were okay with Alex, and pretty much has a run-in with Gladys, who is there on behalf of Alex's family. Gladys is Alex's aunt, and
backtrack.
this. Oh, all right, back to go ahead. Go ahead. You
So,
take this, you take this one.
so they had the conference and they wouldn't have the conference with Gladys. They had to make sure a parent was there. So that's kind of when you first see Alex's dad, and he seems kind of, not when you first see his dad, but he seems kind of weird in when he's sitting there, because I think we definitely skipped over Alex's whole backstory. I just want you to know that.
Oh well, no. We'll get to Alex. We'll get to Alex.
Okay, but yeah, you see Gloria, her name right, Gladys come in, and what part were you at when she was at the conference with him?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So then they're like talking, and that's when he kind of like starts getting suspicious and questioning of Gladys. But go ahead.
Nah. So then, pretty much after that, he has a direct run-in with Gladys, who shows up to his house, and from there, this is where I won't spoil it for y'all because
On a
it's
Saturday.
on a Saturday. Um, so it's just, and from here, you really kind of get to piece together some of what's going on, because this is where you find out Gladys has let's just say Gladys has some special
Special
skills,
abilities.
special abilities that really do influence a lot of what happens. Well, actually influences exactly what happens in this film. Um, and Marcus, man, poor Marcus. That's all I gotta say, man. That's all I gotta say. Poor Marcus. Poor Marcus. If y'all seen the promo pictures of Benedict Wong and his face looking all crazy, remember that. Just keep that in your head while you're watching the movie, because what happens with that?
How you give that spoiler of what happens with Marcus, but you don't give the ending if people didn't see the movie.
Okay, well, basically, she makes
But
Marcus kill his partner. His because
she okay,
Marcus.
first off, it's his partner's fault. Okay, that's the reason why I wanted you to just spoil it, because it's his fault. He did it to himself. Okay, because it's Saturday. Marcus said, I don't talk to parents on Saturdays. Why are you here? Oh, I had to catch the bus over here. You must be so thirsty. Come inside. No,
Hey, listen, if y'all
I
didn't
just
see
get
my
my
review of
address.
y'all didn't see my review of Vicious on TikTok, make sure y'all check that out. But in my Vicious review, I did say that there was another movie we were going to talk about that kind of proves a point of, yo, you can't be letting people in your house. This is said movie. You cannot let people in your house and you don't
How?
know them,
Right.
or you don't know how they know where you live. If you didn't invite these people to your house, don't let them in your house, okay?
Exactly.
Because because Marx's husband, boyfriend, whatever the hell he was, let this lady in his house.
He
Okay,
was just trying to have a lunch, a hot dog lunch.
glizzy
Okay.
lunch, a glizzy and chip lunch. Okay, they was trying
Okay.
to have the 7 glizzies and the two pots of
Watch
chips with some carrots and some water. Like, why y'all having that many hot
watch
dogs?
their
I don't know.
show. That's what Marcus wanted to do with his Saturday. Okay. He wanted to gobble. Okay, that's what he wanted to
They
do.
wanted to be the glizzy gobblers that day, watching whatever the hell they was
With
watching on
some
TV
water.
with them damn 2 chairs, 2 reclining chairs,
Matching t-shirts.
with their Minnie
Okay.
and Mickey Mouse t-shirts. Nah, but yeah, nah. It was Marcus's husband, boyfriend, whoever he was, to his partner. It was Marcus's partner's fault that he got
Yes.
his ass killed, and that Marcus got his ass killed too. Okay, and I'm not gonna tell you how Marcus got his ass killed, but when you watch the movie, you're gonna see it. It's one of the biggest damn moments in the whole movie. But
Yeah.
and honestly, the Marcus part is funny because how they had his ass running like that. Yo, I promise you, I hope Scary Movie 6 really parodies this movie too, because there's no way you can make a Scary Movie 6 and not parody the fact that his ass was running. She had his ass running for like 6, 7, 8, 10 blocks, maybe even 14 blocks, maybe 27 whole blocks.
Yo,
Who
I don't
knows?
know
But
where
all
he
he's
was off the highway, okay? Eyes bugged out, hair all crazy,
and
arms
that's why.
backwards.
But this is the thing. That's why I say this movie starts to get really silly. This movie gets goofy as hell at some points because he ain't had to run his ass across town like that. And then that's when he goes and because in Justine's story, no,
Archer.
in Archer's story, you see Justine get attacked. She gets attacked by Marcus. And you find out why Marcus attacked her because of whatever Gladys did. Okay, so you start to piece these things together. Things start to fall into a linear storytelling, right? But we still got one more character. We still got 2 more characters to talk about, right? One of them I was about to talk about, but we skipped over Marcus, so we went back. But this other character that we're about to touch on right here is James, played by Austin Abrams. So James is where this James is actually the funniest part of the whole movie for several reasons. For several reasons, James is the funniest part of this movie because he's just a junkie. He's a homeless junkie, crackhead, all that good stuff, and
Yes.
he's just trying to get a couple dollars, right? You see him once in the beginning of the movie. I'm not gonna tell you where, but you do see him. You don't know it's him until you get later in the movie and you go rewatch it. But he is in the beginning of the movie. But James's whole thing, man, he's like He's just trying to get some
He's
money.
just trying to get high.
He's just
Like
trying to
he's
get
just trying to do whatever he needs to do to get high, figure out what he can steal and pawn and stash just to get high. Like
out. And it's through, and real quick, because there's really not too much to talk about with James's story, but we will say this, that James is where you find out even more about what's going on with the missing kids in particular.
James could have been the hero if only people had listened. You
No, if only
cannot
Paul
judge.
asked, the people listen, but Paul asked, in his damn, I just punched the civilian lights out and trying to cover that shit up. Paul asked is the reason is the reason. Paul, it's
Yeah,
Paul's
yeah.
fault.
Paul could have definitely called it in, and Paul could
He
have
could have just
been
took he could have
redeemed
just took
himself. He could have
it.
redeemed his marriage. He could have redeemed his job.
Exactly. It is Paul's fault that James got his ass caught up the wrong way because James was on it. He wanted that 50 grand for that crack, but James was on it. James was trying to get high. He said, "Hey, yeah, no. I know about the kids here. No, but tell me about the 50K though. Tell me about the 50K."
Right. He's like, I'll get this reward money, right? I get this reward. He's like, you're not just gonna keep reward money for yourself, are you? Like,
That's all James cared about was the money, bro. And I feel so bad that he got caught up in this, man. Especially in the ending. We'll talk about the ending because we're almost there. We're almost there, y'all. So
no, it's the fact he sat in that cop car while he took Paul to where the kids were.
Paul got his ass caught up in that crazy ass shit that was going on in the house. And James just out there like,
For
yo,
hours.
yeah, all damn day. And then get his ass fucked up, dragged in the house and shit like that. So, like I said, not too much more to say about James, but Alex, this is where we get to the explanation of everything that is going on
Yes.
in the movie. When you get to Alex, and we're not going to spoil this part because this is the bread and butter of the entire film. This is where you find everything out. Okay, so if you watch this movie and you're not fucking with it, you're not feeling it, you don't get it, you don't understand what's happening, stick around for Alex's part, and everything is crystal fucking clear. What's
Yep.
going? It's so clear that if you don't get it after that, then go
You
back and
slow.
start. You got to start watching Sesame Street again. Okay,
Watch
you
it
got
again.
go read a book. Okay, go read a book. Okay, if you
No,
don't understand
no.
what's going on after because Alex is like I said, the meat and potatoes of this story is Alex, because poor little Alex, his damn evil ass Aunt Gladys come to
But
visit
wait.
him.
Oh yeah, his aunt Gladys was moving in after he came from school. But we start with Alex's story starts off he's getting bullied.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So like what I like about what they did with Alex's story is you would think that Alex made the choice that you would think that what happened to the kids happened because Alex was being bullied.
But that's not the
That's
case
not
at
necessarily
all.
the case. That's not the case. I mean, Alex was being bullied, but okay, that
He just
we looking at the
still
wrong
trucking
bully.
along. He was still cool. He was like, all right, I'm getting bullied. All right, well, you
Right,
know, this
right,
is
right.
life. Like, I don't have to talk to them kids for real.
Right. But when it get down to the nitty gritty, man, that shit was crazy. All I'm gonna say is chicken soup. Okay,
Mhm.
okay. I will be mad with chicken soup.
Cold chicken soup at that.
Whole chicken soup at that, cause he ain't heat that shit up. He ain't heat that shit up at
Ain't
all.
no way.
Ain't no motherfucking way. Um, out of Gladys bald head ass.
Yo,
Okay.
first off, can we talk about how she just popped up everywhere?
Yeah,
Like,
okay, yeah, let's do that because that's the Gladys is a common thread between a lot of these characters because Justine was having
Justine
a
was,
dream
and
and
she popped up on the ceiling.
popped up on the ceiling, was scared the shit out of me when we saw it in the
Like,
theaters. Then fucking
Archer was having a
Archer,
dream.
where his son turned into Gladys, right?
He
And then
rolled over.
rode over his Gladys. And then Gladys's funniest moment in this film was when she was in the damn basement. Hands down, funniest part. Like honestly, we cannot spoil this third act for y'all. It's hard to talk about this because we do not want to spoil this for y'all. It is definitely worth the watch. It is amazing. And the last, I would say, the last 15 minutes of this film, hell, the last 3 minutes of this film, in all honesty, is like there's a chase scene.
I cracked
Pure
up in the
fucking cinema.
theater.
When I say that this movie gets like the movie at that point was just like, listen, y'all been scared for a while. Here you go, because there's no way that this movie ends seriously. Like we gonna end this with shits and giggles, and that oh damn fucking bravo to this movie for that, because that's honestly this is where we end our review honestly because there's really nowhere else to go because we're not gonna
No
spoil
spoilers.
no spoilers because this is a movie honestly that is best seen. The least you know, like what you know from what we told you, is good enough. Watch the movie, get to the end of the movie, let us know in the comments what you feel because people I've talked to that have watched this movie since it's been on HBO Max have seen the ending and they're like, yo, that ending was insane. And I was like, yes, it was one of the funniest things I've seen this year. And it's
Yes.
like, yeah, that was something. So definitely check it out. But this movie, needless to say, this movie has it broke box office records, 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. They've been talking about doing a Gladys spinoff to give the backstory for Aunt Gladys. So I'm excited for that whenever that comes around.
Definitely. If it's anything like weapons
Oh yeah,
visually.
weapons. You got my ticket already. Um, yeah, this is honestly this is one of the best horror movies I've seen, not just this year, but in the past 2 years. It was so enjoyable. It gave me the scares and thrills, and it gave me some laughs because hey,
Didn't
why not? Why not?
didn't give me any scares. I was cracking up the entire time, but of course I also have an affinity for gore.
Yeah,
So
yes, that is your ass.
right. So I was cracking up the entire time.
No, fact. She was cracking it the whole time. There's some things that, and like I said, this movie for all of its horror and all of its suspense and stuff like that, it is, and its DNA. It is a very silly ass movie.
Yes.
It's a very silly ass movie, and it gets really upfront about that in like the second half of the movie. So. I mean, what are your closing thoughts on this, B? I know we've been here for a while. We'll wrap this up. What's your closing thoughts?
Definitely think it's a great movie. I know that Gladys is a fan favorite for Halloween costumes this year. I've definitely seen a bunch, and they were definitely spot on.
Mm.
Um,
It's like Art
I,
the Clown.
oh yeah, yeah. Basically, it's the wig and the lipstick for me. Like
I see what I'm gonna pull out a twig and a bowl of water. I'm running.
definitely,
Ding.
definitely. So, dang, I feel like one of the kids in where I worked was actually doing that in the dramatic play area. But
No, not weapons dramatic play.
yes,
That's
so very much. I'm not
only
gonna
none of
lie.
your personal items around.
I don't even let them touch my hair. Like
Oh man. But what what do you give this film? What are you rating out of 5?
I give it a 4.8 out of 5.
Okay. All right, that's good. That's good. As for me, I give it a 5. I give it a 5. I love this fucking movie. Okay, it's not. This is a year where I've had as many movies that I love as I hate, and
Hmm.
this is one of the ones I love. I love this movie. It's the ending that does it for me. I fucking love the ending. God damn
Yes,
it.
definitely.
I love that shit. It is so good. So definitely check it out. Weapons. It lives up to its name. It's a very great film. The reputation precedes it. Check it out now. Streaming on HBO Max. Um, And that's it for us, man. We want to thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed this review. Comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Hit the like button. Share this video. Show some love. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok. We got the whole social media thing on our back. So just, show us some love now. And until next time, y'all, BrickWall is just about over. We got just a couple more in the tank for y'all. But until then, y'all, be easy, stay breezy, stay spooky and scary, and peace.
Bye.